Trying to do this whole like 70s vibe. It's not really working. Oh well. Anyway. Hope y'all are having a good Saturday. Good evening, internet family. All right, so I got my little candle burning. I don't know about y'all, but it's pretty cold here in North Carolina today. It's only 57 degrees out right now. So I need to find a way to, and maybe you guys can help me out with this, get a calendar, a weather calendar on my calendar for Google. Y'all know anything about that, please let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna do something different today. I really need to get caught up with this week's stuff. I really was slacking this week. I still have to do history, science, and literature and art for this week. So I'm going to actually, we were talking about doing bulk streaming, like pre-recorded streaming and uploading it. And I don't know how I feel about that. I love it when it's live and then people come in and they come live with me and they start, interacting, and the conversation just tends to go off onto another tangent and stuff like that. So I really like that interaction. So I don't want to do a whole lot of pre-recorded. This is meant to be live anyways. So, but we were talking about doing that. And then my son was also talking about streaming, something that I am not very good at. And the whole purpose for, I think, Twitch was to, get into, for the majority of the streaming is gaming. So I tended to lean away from that. I can't do this whole 70s thing today. Oh, well, anyway. I tended to lean away from that, but my son's like trying more and more to get me to stream with him. So I might, now that he's old enough to do it. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not going to guarantee anything. If y'all want to see the world's worst video gamer, that's me. So yeah. Let's see. Jeff's outside. That's something. I swear that cat just took like the largest Tyrannosaurus dump somewhere. I can smell it. Stinks. Yeah, just the information you guys wanted to know, right? So, review of last week, real quick. We're going to pull this into, let me go ahead and dive into this. We'll pull last week into this week. Last week's Monday, we talked to someone who was Persian Islam. And we learned some languages. So for last Monday, I'm going to pull that into this week and maybe learn a little bit more of that Persian language and project timeline. Hey, buddy. I'm live right now. Yeah, you're good. What's up? Yeah, I am later tonight. But yeah, I'll text you once I go live on the game, I mean. All right. Just Grounded, right? Or is it another Call of Duty or something? I was literally just talking about this in the stream. All right, so Grounded it is. I'll text you once I go live. All right. I love you. Bye. So, okay. Let's see. So yeah, I'm going to pull Persian Islam over to next Monday's languages, and we'll learn a little bit more about that. I need to get a little bit more accountable for my stuff, you know what I mean? Y'all slacking on keeping me accountable. This is a two-way street here, buddy. So, yeah. All right. So Persian Islam review was Persian. I did, for those of you who were wondering, I do now upload my videos to YouTube. It's a pain in the butt to have to export it. Literally just clicking probably, but still, I feel like I shouldn't have to. I feel like after 24 hours, it should automatically upload to whatever I have it set to. But that's me. So going through all of these different streaming programs and all of these social media programs and seeing how each one of them interconnects with each other, and which each one doesn't interconnect with each other, which now does interconnect with each other, but now I have to go back and double check everything. And I don't have money to pay somebody to do this shit, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So this is the behind the scenes of the stressors of success, is all of the years of learning, never ending learning, which is good. So the project timeline still on because I haven't even started it yet. This is going to be interesting. I'm actually going to write a book. So it's a conversation starter. Let's just say that. Oh, I do need to double check the Linktree link, make sure all the links are good, and then add apps and websites to About Me section, which I did. For those of you who have just started watching me, in my About Me section has a ton of information. You're probably going to be like, oh my God, it's overload. But I just started adding some of the homeschooling links for those of you who are interested in getting some curriculum information, some free sites or whatever. I don't have all of them listed, and it's because I live in North Carolina and the United States. It might be different than where you're from. So that's another reason why I kind of leaned away from it, because it's different everywhere you go. There's certain regulations and rules for everything. So, but I did add some for those of you who are interested. Go check it out. I am not sponsored nor affiliated to any of these. I just use them. Okay, so that was Monday. And then now Tuesday. I'm going to continue to see if I can add some more links for you guys. Okay, so Tuesday. I was also wondering if you guys were interested in me doing the 10 a.m. stream again. It's different every day. I don't know if you guys remember from a couple of years ago when we were doing the 10 a.m. stream. My daughter was involved in it, and we were doing cooking. So like Monday was more like this, where it was like a radio show where I would have guests come live and play music or like instruments and stuff like that. We would learn about the things about the area. Might even sing a little. Like some random stuff, like radio show stuff. We just talked about random ass topics. Then Tuesday was Tasty Tuesday, was the cooking show. We did grocery lists, which I already have this written in here. Inventory, meal planning, grocery list, sales, viewer choice, which was kind of cool. Let the viewers pick and choose. Wednesday was Workout Wednesday, plan, bag prep, shop, and inventory for the stuff that I needed. Thursday is Territory Thursday, which was garden planning, which, by the way, I found out, and if you guys have been checking out my social media, I found out that the town that I'm in has a community garden, and it's sponsored, or it's done at the library. So I signed up for, or got the contact information for the lady who's over all of that. So, hey guys, we're going to probably have some community garden videos on here too, which is going to be super cool. I'm really looking forward to that. Granted, we're in the off season right now, but there's never really an off season when there's gardening. But anyway, So garden planning, scheduling equipment, composting, needs list, and maintenance. And then on Friday was Friday. It was basically finding out through like Facebook events or like through people, like any kind of events that are in the area, special events, plan the weekends. And then I also do monthly field trips with me and my kids, or I was doing it there for a while. I stopped doing it for a little bit because it was a little financial burden. But so I'm going to be getting back into doing that again. And then literature and arts, which is Fridays. Saturdays, photo shoot Saturday. Typically, for those of you who have been following my social media, know that I've done a lot of BBW modeling. I haven't in a while, and I'm kind of craving it. And so I'll probably be doing it again a lot more in the spring. Fall and winter time tend to be like Jeff and I have to go get our engagement photos done. So we'll probably be doing that, and you guys will have a behind the scenes for that. And then, which I'm thinking about asking Leslie if she could take my photos this year. She's been real busy lately, so I have like a hair in my mouth. Anyway, but I would use the master list, which I don't have with me right now, to show you guys the generator that I use also through Google to help with aesthetics and color coordination and like location themes, stuff like that for the photo shoots. And then, which I haven't done in a long time, is driver's ed, which we're supposed to do yesterday, but we didn't. So, oh, that's what it is. It's one of okay. Whew. I was like freaking out. And then Sunday, which is today, is like office day, reorganization, making the schedule for the next week, kind of deal. I think I got it. Did I get it? I got it. Oh, it was a cat hair. I knew there was one there. You know, you get a cat hair in your lip gloss and you know it's there and you just can't find it and get it off, and you look like a retard trying to get it. Yeah, that was me. So let's see. Yeah, stationary Sunday. I don't have it filled in. So I'm trying to find a a printer that works with a Chromebook, because the printer that I have doesn't connect for some reason. And if y'all know how to do that, please let me know, because I need help. I've been Googling it and I just can't get it right. I done typed in special codes and places that I didn't even know existed. So help me. But yeah, Chromebooks. Great for first-time streamers. Fairly cheap laptop. So if you're wanting to get into streaming, wouldn't suggest it for gaming at all. Wouldn't really suggest it for anything other than basic usage. I got a 17-inch because I'm blind as a bat, and too cheap to go get glasses. I probably could have got glasses with $150 that I used on the laptop. But either way, so priorities, right? That was like 3 years ago. And every year I keep saying, I'm going to get a new laptop. I'm going to get a new laptop. I'm going to get a new laptop. I also say I'm going to get glasses, and I never do. So anyway, I'm a great example. Anyway. So yeah, that's it. So Mondays is homeschool schedules, appointments, work and donate time. Like I said, I'm going to be volunteering. So in place of a work schedule until I have one, I'll be volunteering my time at either the community garden, or I also found a listing on the website, and I don't know if this is something that you guys can look into too, is volunteering locally. Like say if you have a holiday break or something like that, or summer break and you're bored or whatever, at the very least. And then if you have to, like community service time, stuff like that, you know, or if you feel compelled to, which I feel most people should, but you know, life. So I think like each one of the like local government agency websites, whichever one that might be to you, will have a listing of places that you can volunteer at. For this county, they had like a full listing of like all of these places. Like one of them was kind of cool. It was like a tree conservatory or something like that. And Like you could volunteer at that. I thought that was kind of cool. A free trade. But like, let's see what else. The gardens, the community gardens here, they give their food to local restaurants and stuff like that. I was kind of leaning a little bit more towards a different kind of restaurant, like the one that feeds the homeless. So, you know, just as an option. I don't know if that's part of it. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's going to be a whole new division because I'm about to bring it up. But I think it's really good for each one of the communities to have a garden and to teach people how to grow their own food as a part of this. Since Trump is supporting homeschoolers now, guess who's going to be overloaded? Parents. So, yeah, the local communities having community gardens and having the ability to have access to that, to be able to teach the community. And again, going back into this whole live streaming thing, I don't see why we're not utilizing that as a way to teach the new world, you know, the youth of today, so to speak. For the most part, a good portion of them are not going to be able to get away from electronics because it's all they know. So why not get to them to the best way that they have access, right, is through the internet. So, and in the places that they usually frequent. Hey, let me pop up for a couple of 30 seconds. So I'll sell you a 90s dream. How about that? But yeah, I think it's good, and I'm looking forward to volunteering there and seeing how that turns out. Jeff and I are already talking about doing a lot of gardening here, even though there's a small plot. You can do a lot in a small area. So I started doing it before and it failed, and I'm going to keep going until it works, right? And if it fails again, I really don't know what else to do with my life. Let somebody else grow it, and I'll just cook it and eat it. How about that? Because cooking is a whole nother challenge. That'll be on Tuesdays. But yeah, if you guys are interested in me doing the 10 a.m. streaming, which I just described the days of each one, which it would be, then so be it. I will do that. I've been kind of leaning away from more of my taboo side. So have fun with that. And let's see. So, all right. So I'm going to transfer, like I said, yes or no, let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of this stuff from last week to this week. So that way we can continue the conversation. And if there's any more that comes up in conversation, if you guys are interested, let me know. If I can think of anything. That's pretty much it. All right. It is way too quiet in here. I found some lo-fi jazz the other day, which was kind of cool. You guys are probably like, oh my God. Whatever, I don't care. You gotta listen to it now. Ha ha ha. I need to turn it down. I don't think it's copyrighted. I could be wrong. So because it muted one of my videos. That might have been what it was. It might have been copyrighted music or something in the background. I never really found out why it did that. I did already add for Tuesday's numbers, I did already add every dollar to the Twitch website. Fixing the printer connection didn't happen. Find wedding planning, which I did find some stuff. And walking around downtown was like a personal thing. We did do factoring pairs last week. I think for Khan Academy for numbers on Tuesday is going to be because we're in pre-algebra right now. So Khan Academy pre-algebra. And then we're going to do the quiz number 1. And so I can't click out of it or else it will unit 1 quiz. So we'll just go ahead and leave that for that because it won't let me click out of it. But I would like to go to the next chapter. Okay. Get through that for Tuesday because math is a big deal for me. And I'm actually completely showing vulnerability in this because I'm literally walking through it, learning it with you. So, or relearning it, I should say, with you. So bear with me. Just do. Oh, Lord. I just wrote it in the wrong spot. I was on top of it, too. It's in there 9 pages are so much different. All right, so Khan Academy, pre-alg, unit 1, test, and then next chapter. It's so loud. I might just stop playing it actually. I think it is actually copyrighted. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave that off. Sorry. I was thinking about that. I was like, that sounds really familiar to another song. So I'm gonna leave that off. I am, however, gonna play maybe some piano in the background because it's like nerve-wrackingly quiet in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that in the background. All right. It's non-copyright music for streaming. I don't know what else I could possibly look up that would be more specific than that. So, and that's on YouTube. All right, so it's Tuesday. Like I said, I'm trying to get it to where every day is a specific time where we could go work out or something. It would be nice, but right now we're lucky if we get in every other day. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't get into history yet. So we're going to review which is pre this. And then today in history, AP News. And then Q&A, project. I'm trying to remember now. Okay. So Yeah, okay, so that'll be Wednesday's history. Then Thursdays is sciences, which there was something specific that I wanted to bring up. So I'm going to review sciences. What was I going to talk about sciences? Last time we were talking about like AI and AI versus humans right now, evidently. There was something else in sciences that I wanted to talk about. Anyway. Oh, we did get some, I got a shower curtain thing. That was kind of cool. I think I showed that last week. And then, or prior week. And then we got a banner the other day that was like the periodic table. That was kind of cool. I don't know if it's accurate because I think it keeps changing. So I'm going to show the periodic table and we're going to see banner. And then we're going to see if it's, compare it to today. How old is it? Because it looks fairly new, but I'm pretty certain that there's been some changes on that timeline or that table. So I'm going to write in here community garden because I do want to talk more about what happens with that conversation with the lady who's over the community garden here. So I'm going to bring that up again. We also do have a seed donation location. So requesting seeds to be sent to me specifically. Let me see if I can put a banner up here. I don't care when you're watching this. If I have the PO box available, you guys are more than welcome to send me seeds still. Just whenever you see it. Let's see if I can edit one of these. Okay. Yes, 28687. There we go. Okay. Now I have it up there so you guys can see it. Woo! Okay, back to comments. All right. So yeah, if you guys want to, feel free, send me whatever leftover seeds that you guys have from whatever season. Doesn't matter, flowers, fruits, vegetables, whatever. I don't care, seeds. So just try to make sure they're not toxic because I don't know any better and I don't want to die. So because handling certain things, you gotta be super careful. So yeah, seed donation. And trying to think of what else you can send through the PO box. Art, books. Wait though, you might get caught on the night one. Oh, if y'all want to send me stationery that you make, just saying. Yeah, this is my own personal PO box, so feel free to send me pretty much whatever you want. And it is pretty discreet. I really half the time I have no idea who the hell sent it to me. So okay, so back to this one. So Thursday was sciences. I mean, I can include the house chores. That doesn't bother me at all. All right, so Friday was vehicles and patios, literature and arts. There was a book that we were reading. Opera. Phantom of the Opera. So P-O-T-O. Yeah, P-O-T-O chapter 1 was the literature part of it. And the arts, we still haven't finished working on it, but we did have a couple of paintings that we were doing. It was kind of nice. And we're also going to be doing some more like crafty stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any like anything wedding, feel free to send it to me. For literature and arts, for chapter 1, there was also, we were working on a secret garden. I probably will have to start over because it's been so long. I think that's good. That's good. And then if we have any artwork, like a show and tell, any artwork, writing. And feel free to add your writing and stuff to my Discord, even though I don't hardly ever use it. But if you want to display it, as long as it's not crude or anything. I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want y'all to get in trouble. Artwork, writing, and crafts. I'm just going to write crafts because, I mean, a lot of people, they make jewelry. They make their own makeup. They make their own paint. They make their own everything. It's really cool how... All right. I'm going to ask a really, really important question. And I would like for somebody to actually answer it. Who owns the United States? Who made the laws and the rules and stuff like that? Who's in charge right now? I mean, technically, it's supposed to be the president, right? So, that's just one of the questions that came up this week. Stream 33 minutes. Usually at the end of every week, usually in the scheduling, I'll do like a weekly review where I review, myself, others, the cost of things, any kind of income. And this is going to sound weird, but what kind of clothes did I wear that week? Was there any cravings? Was there any crazy weather? What happened in my surroundings? Just kind of logging. And it's kind of interesting to see how much of your surroundings and your personal life kind of like link up. If you notice that, like you'll start to see signs in the world around you before it happens closer, right? Or if it happens to you, then you'll start to notice like everything around you starts changing. Like if you start changing your mindset on things around you will actually start changing with that thought. So, okay. So just keep that in mind. So all that stuff that I just kind of walked through real quick in the past 30 minutes was just review for last week, pulling it into this week. And going ahead and writing out next week. So this way you guys have a kind of like an idea of what it is you're going to be looking at this this next week. Usually my Sundays are my Mondays. So in my mind, today is like an office day where I would go ahead and get all that information and pull it into the next and kind of review where I'm at, like double check budgeting, double check, house chores, double check, like maintenance stuff, double check apps and stuff that maybe I missed, all kinds of things. So, unfortunately, I can't print anything right now, so I would print out some stuff, but I have to write it, so I have to rewrite everything every week. So rewriting your own planner, in turn, you're then forced to have to sit down and take some time out and do it. Whereas if if I could just print it out, just fill it in, print it out. That's it. I have to do. You don't have to rewrite anything. I use a 5-subject notebook. I don't know if you can see those little tab thingies there. For some reason, these are getting really expensive now. I don't know why. They're like a ridiculous amount of money for paper, but especially where everything's gone paperless. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It was cheaper when everything was anyway. So I guess it's supply and demand. But I use these and I separate it out. Like the first section is usually just schedules and stuff like that. The second one, like in the old red books that I had, it's like planning. You can make your own. Homeschool, driver's ed, budgeting, projects. Each one of those sections that I have to have like a larger section for that specific section. So like schedules really sucks because I only get that first section to do schedules. So because the rest of it's projects and everything else. So I'm wanting to do like one whole book, just schedules, and then the rest of it this other. But it seems like it keeps following into the next book, like it keeps going in, like laying over into the next book. So I have probably about 3 years worth of books. Since I've started streaming, I kind of kept the schedule. So I moved it around and kind of twisted a little bit. And then I haven't been able to keep up with all of it all the time, as you guys know. So, and then I lost a lot of information when the transfer didn't happen. So, and then also I had to hard reset my laptop. That was fun. I lost 3 years worth of content for that. And then anytime I've lost a phone or a phone broke, keeping all that information in one place is kind of imperative nowadays. So you do the whole cloud thing, you do the whole Google thing. I know I started to in 2015, and that seems like it was way late for that. But so yeah, I lost a lot of years, but it gave me a lot of practice, I'm just gonna say, and it taught me a lot. I learned a lot in the past 3 years of trying to get all this stuff going and everything. And I think it's really, really amazing how far I've come in a short amount of time, comparatively to most things that I try to learn or do. And this gives me an opportunity and an avenue to really be myself entirely, which is where creativity and all creation comes from, is authenticity. So me being able to be myself on here entirely has freed up a lot of traumas for myself as well. I was terrified to come live. As y'all know, Lackadaisical is the one that introduced me to Twitch. So when I started coming live on there, I thought it was a whole different thing, and learned very quickly that this is actually a really amazing place with a lot of really cool people. So I'm glad that I was introduced to this, and this gave me an avenue to be able to express myself entirely. And I hope that a lot more people come and do this. I think it's a really great thing for families to be able to come together and do, or individuals, those of you who don't want anybody else around. I see y'all in the background not commenting, just watching from the main page, not actually clicking on my stuff. I see y'all. I see you scouts out there pretending like you're bots. Yeah. So, but yeah, I hope a lot more people do this and have a good time doing it. So I hope you guys continue to join me in this journey and all the other social media journeys that I take in this long life of mine. And all the little side quests and stuff that happen along the way. So it's made a lot of good memories for me. And I look forward to making a lot more. So whoever needed to hear that heard it. So now I've stepped down off of my soapbox. But yeah. So let me try to finish filling this out. But yeah, the Red Book, like, oh, say hello to Mabel. Say hi, Mabel. She's the fluffiest kitty. She's so fluffy. Ow! Except for her nails. Her nails are not so fluffy. But her tail is like one big fluff. Like, Red Book, yeah. So in the Red Book, I was keeping all of these like pamphlet pages from this workbook that I was using. It was awful. It was awful. So I stopped doing that. I was like, fuck that workbook. Let's see. So yeah, I have a lot of writing in all these books. So I'm hoping that once I get to go through storage and everything, I could put them all together and make like a little bookshelf maybe behind me of all the years of my streaming and all the photo shoots and the garden planning and the, you know, little workout things, a little crafty stuff, and Tasty Tuesday, all the random. I even have that. I think I even have that shirt still. The one with the shave. No, I think I sent it off. I don't know. I'll have to find it. If I find it, I'm going to be very shocked. But y'all remember the shaving cream shirt with the food coloring that dyed my entire body? It was fun. But yeah, like there's all of these ideas and things that we tried, things that we didn't try yet, things that we'll probably never try. Gosh, you got me good. So and it's funny because I think about it now, like all the people that are coming to this now, right? Comparatively to 3 years ago. And, you know, even if people were to ask questions, it's like so much has changed in those 3 years that it's almost like I would have to relearn it all over again just to get up to par to where I'm at now. And I feel like that is going to be one of the main issues with the next generation, is that there is going to be so much advancement in such a short period of time that they're going to have to constantly keep learning. Constantly keep learning. Constantly. And there's never going to be an end to school. It's going to always be school every day. It'll be a part of your life, a little section of it, a part of your life every single day, where you're going to learn something new from someone somewhere. And you'll start to recognize that, like, the universe will bring you information through other people. So questions you may have in the back of your mind, some stranger might even talk about. And it's going to start to shock you a little bit But you'll notice that thoughts that you had in the back of your mind will come up in conversation somewhere else. I feel like the technological era that we have now pretty much consumed an entire several generations in, is kind of like, I don't want to say outdoing itself, but it runs the risk of outdoing itself. If it does not give a finality to the access of AI, so we don't nullify ourselves, basically. In case in point of becoming useless as an entirety, we want our children to be able to thrive, or our next generation to be able to thrive. So if we as a collective are able to realize that AI could possibly be our own demise and that, or put a finality to it, then we would be able to, I'm kind of reversing back to what I was saying. I know what I'm thinking, but what I'm saying is two different things. This is more of a conversation for Thursday. We'll just leave it for Thursday with the AI versus humans conversation of finality and laws. Because if you have an AI walking around, we already experienced this in iRobot, I think it was, where like there was laws and stuff like that and it got broken, I don't know, whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of AI. You guys know AI terrifies me. It's a wonderful tool, but to give it as much basically power as we have over us is astounding to me. So yeah, that's a Thursday conversation. I'm not gonna go any more than that. If that was the case, then what's to stop AI from making its own character, its own avatar, and creating, much like a faceless stream, an infinite amount, and it would override the human connection? I don't know if you'd be able to identify the differences, though, because some of them are really, really, really real looking and seeming. It's getting harder now to identify AI separated from the human world, I should say. Reality. AI is part of our reality, so anyway. I get into these deep thought conversations with myself, and it's kind of interesting how far it goes. So yeah, I've already transferred over all these to the next week for the most part. So I thought it was going to take longer than that for some reason. I don't know why. Budgeting for next month. And Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday's numbers, yeah. So in Tuesdays, I'm adding in budgeting, even though we're already going to be learning about the pre-algebra. I am throwing that in there on Tuesdays because that's something that I absolutely have to do. So it's not just me teaching y'all. It's like I'm doing it for myself and for y'all. So a portion of the reason why I teach is to learn, and for me to learn, teach, and recycle. So that's the point of education. This is to be sent down through generations through the DNA. So the more you learn, the more you experience in life, the more you pass down to future generations, whether be it through children or through knowledge or experiences. Because even just your existence in this world creates a pattern and path of DNA remembrance in that person or that surrounding. I mean, you don't realize how much of an impact you make just by existing right now. So, oh yeah, factoring pairs, pre-algebra, and then budgeting. This is what, November? I don't know. So yeah, this will be budgeting for December. Woohoo! Christmas, guys! Yay! Budgeting for December. All right, and then also we need to do end of year. Yep, end of year review because for tax season. For those of you who have done like LLCs and like maybe even made your streaming into your business, or you starting something new and online, you just remember that the laws for taxes have changed a lot in the past few years. So keep an eye out for that this year. Make sure that you have all of your paperwork ready and available for you for when you do tax season. Remember all of the apps that you use. Like for example, Cash App. I think there was a time, I don't know if it's still accurate for this information or not, but anything over $600 was automatically registered with the IRS. So yeah. Make sure you guys have all your paperwork and stuff. I know I always add up all of my different apps and make sure whichever ones have anything having to do with money that I have a printout for my statements and stuff for the end of the year. Not like there's a lot, but it's a good start. Also, some of you had to go from like personal taxes like once a year. That if you have a business, if you make it into an LLC, I think you have to do it quarterly or something like that. I don't remember. You'll have to find out about it, like taxes for your people. But it's going to be interesting for me now because Renee worked this year. So she's not going to qualify for certain things like she used to. So she'll have to do I don't know if she'll have to do her own. But as far as I knew, if you make over, it was like $4,000 or something, that you have to file your own taxes. Like if you're a minor, if you make over a certain amount of money, you gotta file your own. So keep in mind that when you guys are doing the money making side business stuff like that. Also 1099s. W-2s. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. I-9, is that one? I don't even know. So, see that. So we'll talk about that. End of year tax season. So this is why I like doing this little brain, workout, so to speak, of reviewing, is because then I can come up with different questions and different ideas and different thoughts to bring into the next week's conversation. So having that review, albeit tedious, it's worthy. Like I said, I didn't have anything in for history. I'm just going to do a review and start from there. So the review doesn't have anything. And then the next thing I go to is Today in History, which will be next Wednesday. Unless I do the pre-recorded, which I don't know how to feel about the pre-recorded thing. I like it live. So yeah, just let me know. And oh, he's got his headsets on. I was going to ask him if there's a certain time. I was trying to stick to 6 p.m. workout times. But we'll see. We'll probably have to move that up. He's liking to go earlier and then die. For territory garden planning, I might have you guys come outside with me on that. So the workout for Wednesday's review, if we're going to start doing the 10 a.m.s, I don't know. I might change that. We're gonna actually start talking about like diet planning too, because I don't know about y'all, but we've been really, really bad about eating out and like junk food and stuff. It gets old really fast. So, and I love vegetables. He hates vegetables. This is gonna be interesting because I can't just go to like the keto or the vegan diet type thing. I hate vegan. I can't say anything if I wouldn't do it anyway. But like I couldn't do that where it's like all vegetables. Just integrating vegetables. We're good with that. Integrate fruit more. I don't even call it a diet. I just call it more because you're gonna integrate more fruits and vegetables, and it'll start to work out all of the. You'll start to crave the good stuff, and it'll work all the bad shit out of your system, subconsciously, like without even effort, really. And you'll start to crave the good food, and then your body will reject the bad food. So it'll literally make you feel sick or nauseous or heavy or weird if you eat bad stuff after you've been eating good for a little while. So yeah, call it more instead of a diet. And then bag prep, which I finally did get a bag here, but I do need to go get my bag from the other house. And then shop and inventory review, Today in History, AP News, question and answers projects. Then Thursdays, territory, garden planning, schedule equipment, compost, needs list, maintenance, sciences review, AI versus humans. And then Fridays, Facebook special events, plan weekends, monthly field trips, vehicles and patios, literature and arts. Photo chapter 1, secret garden, start over, show and tell, artwork, writing and crafts. Driver's ed, gonna go ahead and show the website for my area, and then read handbook. Okay, so for photo shoots, Google master list, generators, contact information, Contact information goes in for location, date and time, and any collaborations. I did change yard from Saturday to, I think it was Friday. Yeah, Saturday is just London's now. Driver's ed, like I said, show website and tell about the handbook. And Sunday is stationary Sunday. Review, reorganize. Usually at least once a week I will go through and I will clean off my desk and like reorganize everything. This, like, doing this, for some reason it like helps me to be able to like do what I need to do. I don't know how to explain it. Like making my own schedule and trying to stick to it as much as possible. Like it's forcing me to hold myself accountable. So, and then, like I said, I'm live, so I have to be here at a certain time for y'all. And like you guys get used to me being on here at certain times every day or every week or whatever. And then I stop or I switch it up and it makes it very, very difficult. For all parties involved. So, so yeah, review, reorganize. Next week. Schedule. Let's see. Oh yeah. Cash App, Venmo, Square and PayPal. And then if there's any projects due, which will be the timeline. And personal writing. I'm trying to remember. I was like, and I didn't write it down last Sunday, so I was trying to remember from 2 weeks ago. And then 2 p.m. is the office. So work in the planner, which I'm doing. I already wrote reorganize, reorder items, and restock. So basically, Sunday is like a re-up day. Just basically getting everything in order for the rest of the week. So this way, when you start on your Monday, it's not such a Monday. So it takes a little bit of that edge off of the week of, oh shit, what am I doing? So Sunday, normally I would try to go ahead and meal plan, or at least verify the meal plan for the week. or like if there was any ordering that needed to be done, or if there was like events or something that was like specific out of the ordinary for that week. And that's also when I would do the weekly review. Like a self-assessment kind of thing. So I would write all of these things down on the left-hand side of the page that I wanted to do during that day, like literally by the hour, right? And so I'd write down in here what I would do, write down any little notes or whatever, and then I would write down what I actually did right here in the middle of it. And it shows you a very large contrast of what your plans look like, what actually gets done, and then little side notes if you have any. And when you do that review at the end of the week for the previous week, if you have any notes in there or whatever, it helps you pull that into the next week to make sure that everything's staying on track. And like I said, it really does hold you accountable, because if you miss out on stuff, it's like you have to backtrack and relog and redo. Like I'm doing right now. I'm having to play catch up, basically, of getting back to where I was at and collecting my thoughts and getting all of this stuff straight. So, because there's a lot of information every single day in here. I mean, in the world. So, oh, and I also added in, I don't know if you guys have seen it on some, I think it's on my Instagram somewhere in one of the pictures. And I might just repost it or whatever, the link to the site or whatever. Anyway. Of the best times, you probably Google it, actually, the best times to post on all social media. I went ahead and did like a graph and figured out like the best time for each and every single app that there is out there in American time, like Eastern Standard Time. And it's like very, very specific. So if you go back and follow through my social media, or if you see like in my calendar type stuff, or anytime I'm talking on here, each day has its own social media. So for example, this is what I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my schedule is. Like for example, Mondays, TikTok, Tuesdays, IG, Wednesdays, Twitter, Thursdays, YouTube, and Fridays, Facebook. So at a specific time every single day, there are certain postings that you can do. And then you also have to remember, like for the social media side, that you're not just looking at locally or like nationally, you're now looking globally. So you figure the time when you post, like say, for example, if I pick 9 a.m. every single day, the people who aren't even waking up till 3 hours later, they're not even going to see that post. That post is long fucking history from now. So think about it like that. Like, okay, well, if you start your day at 9 a.m., right? Start your posting to where it's synced with the world waking up, basically. Like, you know, it's the first thing everyone does when they wake up in the morning. Look at their phone. Look at their social media, because that's what we do now, right? So I think in America you have like 3 or 4 time zones, so you have 3 or 4 times to post in that one day. where you can gain access to viewers all over the world. And if they didn't see your post from earlier today, they can scroll back an hour. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just, I don't know. It's the way I think, is not just locally. It's other people. It's not just nationally. It's internationally. It's world. It's global. It's interstellar, because we're not just global anymore. We're interstellar now. I don't know if you guys have come to the full realization of that yet or not, but it's not just going to be this planet that is going to be inhabited pretty soon, here shortly. There's going to be people living on other planets from our planet. So they're actually training a young girl right now to be the first person to live on Mars. So if she hasn't already gone up there yet, I have no idea. So hey. Not pre-recorded this time. This one's live. But yeah, we were talking about doing some pre-recorded stuff, but I don't think it's going to be for this site. I think this site's pretty much going to be stuck with my live face. So yeah, at least for right now. I don't know. Maybe in the future. I would love to have a full setup. That'd be great. Got to get past that fear of being seen, right? Yeah, it'd be cool. I used to multi-stream. This, the website that I'm using is called StreamYard, and I think it does do multi-streaming to some extent. I have not found one that does all of the live sites at one time. I would love to see that. That would be freaking amazing. But yeah, so far I've been having to like futz around with all these random apps and third-party nonsense just to get my stuff to work right the way I want it to. So I'm hoping that in the future, here soon, that there'll be a little bit easier of a path. But it really does ask of the question of how bad do you want it? It really does. Like, what? So it's probably not that hard for most people. It's just because I'm an idiot when it comes to like stuff like this. Or any kind of technological anything. And I was in IT for like, I don't even know how long. Sorry to all those people, by the way. Anyway, so, I forget what I was going to say now. See, I go off on these random ass tangents, and I don't even know what the hell I'm saying half the time. I know it's not what I was going to talk about. It makes me have to like remember what I was talking about to begin with. Now I have to go back. Fun. It's always a loop cycle. Keeps for about every 8 minutes. There's different conversations in each conversation. So, yeah. See, my red book had so much information in it. I need to grab all the rest of my stuff. Ugh, I hate having all my stuff scattered to the winds right now. It's driving me crazy. Oh, okay. I'm going to read this to you guys because I've only got like a little bit of time left. So, here was something that I wrote like a while ago. If you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? Would you pull the trigger or is it too late? Self-discipline is for your own good. I know life can be tough and feelings are hard to bear. The truth of the matter is, as long as you are alive, they will always be there. Sometimes stronger than others. This is a part of learning yourself. Step outside your comfort zone to seek the truth of it all. No one has control over anything. I may not know any higher ups, but I know one who reigns supreme. The difference between what is in our thoughts and reality can be vastly eye-opening, and the change in perspective can be life-altering. I'm gonna sign that shit. It was written with my left hand, so it was kind of hard for me to read. So I challenge myself sometimes, and I typically use my right side, but I challenge myself to use my left side. It's something I encourage y'all to try, whether it be hand or foot, eyes, ears, doesn't matter. So just try it out. Different perspective is really, like I said, can be life altering. And it will give you a different perspective on other people. It also helps build compassion and self-awareness. Does also key in on some certain survival skills. So keep that in mind. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm at 1:16 and I got 15 minutes left. So I'm kind of liking this. This vibe's kind of cool. I like that little jazzy, tappy noise. I don't know. It's kind of cool. What's your favorite kind of music? I don't really have like a specific. I just like what I like. Okay. So, I'm going to add into tomorrow's looking for local resources, because as you guys know, Monday usually is food box day. So I'm going to look into resources in my area. And I suggest that you do too. And then we actually, I live in North Carolina. We're very close to Western North Carolina. We're in the Piedmont. And so there is actually a Hurricane Helen donation location not far from where I'm at right now. And we passed it coming back from the store one day, and I thought that was really cool. I want to look a little bit more into that too. just happened to look over at you.
Are you through?
Yeah, technically, yeah. What are you doing? Why are you sitting in the dark? That's so creepy.
Do what?
Do you remember where you put that banner
What banner?
for science?
Yeah, I got over here.
Okay.
How much more time you got left?
10 minutes.
All right.
How much time do you got left?
I've been waiting on you from 6 o'clock.
What do you want to do?
I have no idea, but I'm sure we'll think of something.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt.
You know you can join me.
I'm not educated nor am I.
So? Neither am I.
Anyways.
Anyway. Hello.
The Goodwill's now closed.
Mm-hmm.
They close at 6.
I asked you if you wanted to go there. Before they left at 6. Oh, that's right. I need a weather Google Calendar. I don't understand why it's not already in there. Okay, so Mediomatics generates an automatic URL for your location for the map for Google to add the weather to your Google Calendar. So in order for me to do that, I have to add a calendar on. Okay, it's because I'm streaming, it's lagging. Oh, this is Sunday. Let's add a calendar. From URL. URL. V. Add calendar. Fetching activities in background. Back. It did it. Yeah, it did it. I will go ahead and copy that link to my About Me section in Twitch so you guys can get the same thing. There you go. Copy and paste that link to my About Me section. Nut. About Me section. Edit panels. I think I'm just going to add it to homeschool sites. Weather calendar to Google. V. Yeah, y'all gonna have to copy and paste that shit because life. Did it submit it? I guess so. Okay. Let's see. Did it? Yay. Yeah, y'all gonna have to copy and paste that. So it is in my About Me section in the homeschooling sites. Hey. Sweet. Congrats. Y'all go add Ava on Discord. So yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. Yep, that's about it. How to make a stream last an hour and a half. All right. I think that's pretty much it. If y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Trying to think if there is anything else. I'll be live tomorrow, starting off the week again. And I think that's it. So y'all have a wonderful evening and great week. ahead. And I hope you have a good night. Until I see you again, behave.